Hi guys, this is Namita from Bangalore. I'm a content editor myself, and I'm in Delhi to meet a special person, an author, a debut writer, and a thinker. Maybe he'll not agree to that. Let's see what he has for us today. Hi Priyank.
Yeah, hi.
How are you?
I'm always good.
Yeah, how's your first book and the response, and how you're feeling after writing a book and being successful?
Definitely, as I have always shared, that there was no intention of writing any book, but it all happened by chance, it all happened by destiny, it all happened because of one small incident of my life.
Alright.
And then things changed. Things changed in a way that I never thought of becoming a writer by profession. I be leaving my job for that. I never thought that. But yeah, the response was something which made me think on many other topics which exist in our society, and I decided, okay, fine. Now it's 2 years for my first book, so let's come up with second. And I have maintained one thing in my books, that I'll only be writing on those topics with which the readers can relate. I mean, I'm not a very big visionary, or I don't have a big imagination. So I'm not into writing those classical books, but then what I am good in doing is I am writing stories which are common to everyone, what we feel in our lives, so that it gets connected with the reader.
So what do you think about writing for an age group between say 18 to 35, or are you writing for about 35? Do you have age group in mind?
Actually, the topics on which I am writing, that is free of age group. The first book, that was based on inter-community love. Now, this is something which exists in almost every family. Even if you ask our parents, they might not say this feeling shy, or how can we share about our college days, school days with markets. But then even in 1960s, 70s, 80s, everybody was in love at some point of time. So, and even today it is happening. But then people don't take this issue as something very serious, just because when caste, religion, states, when these come in between, they get submissive to the desire of their parents, of the society, because they claim it to be something which is wrong. So that's how it all started actually. And again, my second book which is coming, it is also having that topic.
He's planning to write his second book. Let's hear what's there for us.
Yeah, and the second book also, the topic, it's actually dealing with a bit on why we target one community, mostly for some negative activities happening in society.
What are these negative activities?
I'll not reveal everything, but then yeah, you can see that be it terrorism or the Naxalites which are there in India, we often target that, okay, this particular segment is responsible for that. But we don't even try to figure out that why these people are into such activities. So this book actually comes out with the reasons that why one becomes a terrorist, why one becomes a Naxalite, and amidst all these things, there is a love story. Now this.
Why love?
Love is something which exists everywhere. That's the simple reason. I mean, tell me the reason why you exist or why I am existing. Why someone came in this world. Why? The reason is the same. Our parents, they fixed up a time, the matching came up, and we came up as the output. That's a simple thing. But so love has to be there. A proper timing of love has to be there. So it's not actually about why love. It is the reason, I mean, be it friends, be it your family, relatives, your colleagues, everyone. If you don't have that love, that affection for someone, you can't really continue your life, you can't really continue your work. So, yeah, definitely, whatever I am writing, it has a love story in that, which is of a particular type. But then love is something which everyone wants. So I believe in it strongly. If it is there in your life, you can do or achieve anything. That's what.
So what are the parameters you keep in your mind when choosing a subject or your topic for it?
It's very simple. I always look for those topics or subjects which are existing in our Indian society, to which the mass can relate to.
So currently, what do you think about the Indian society, the major topics the teenagers or the youth should discuss about?
One is definitely the economy of the country, which is directly connected with politics. Okay. The second should be the creation of new job opportunities, but then they are not of a very decent level. I mean, decency in terms of the growth which you get in a job. Okay. the prospects of your career you would like to build in that one particular field. Today you can see youngsters switching jobs every 6 months or the
You
7
yourself
months.
have fixed the job, so how do you
Well,
say about that?
it's based on my own experience only what I am seeing. I was working with an IT firm, Indian IT firm, and it was simply a waste of time for me. I mean, I was feeling that my time is getting wasted there. So that's why I had to leave that. I mean, I was not getting the responsibility of making decisions on my own. It was a fix that come by 9 or 10, go by 5 or 6. Whatever we are telling you, just do that. And when I could found that there are some loopholes in the work which you are doing, why am I not getting the liberty to fix it up? So that was the reason. And sitting in front of a system without even getting the liberty to share what I really love to do, there's no point in working for them. I do feel that a lot of slavery is actually there in Indian private sector these days. Because I would term it slavery just because they give you a small amount of money, they don't even pay you high, and with that they tell you to any fresher who is just out of college that just do these things for the next 2 years. They don't allow you to get into the reality of the projects on which they are working. You will get that only after 3 years or 4 years. So why to waste these crucial years? So I really felt that my time was getting wasted, so I left the job.
I see a change maker in yourself. So are you planning to get into politics?
Not at all. As of now, not at all. Because as of now, I have seen that because from the first book, there's some families I know who were once unknown to me, but then because of the message which I wanted to convey from the first book, they have accepted the ideology which I want to share. Even in my family, my grandfather, he is around 80-85 years, and once he rang me up and told that in the village people have read your book. So I just asked him that that's fine. But then tell me, whatever logics I have put in, whatever arguments I have put in context with inter-community love not being accepted in our society, so whether the village people, they have accepted my arguments or not, whether they accept that, yeah, they are thinking what is somewhat illogical. So, and his answer was yes. So when a person who is 85 years old, if he can, who has lived almost the days of 1950s till now, when all those old thinkings were much more dominating, so if he can feel that change, why can't others?
So who is your role model?
I idealize actually all those youngsters who do unconventional things.
So you stand for the youngsters for sure.
Youngsters, I mean, anyone who goes for unconventional youngsters, because if you do a traditional
See,
work,
I have seen that what is unconventional for a youth may be conventional, not be a conventional for a older generation. So what they feel, the older generation feel conventional may not be the unconventional for the new generation also. So there is a age gap or generation gap. Do you feel so?
no. See, the thing is, what our senior generation, the older generation, what they teach us, that follow a traditional way. Go to school, go to college, do your graduation, get a job, work for 3-4 years, get experience, get a higher salary job, get married, produce kids. This way. 40 years you work, get retired, and then focus on having grandchildren, and life ends. Now this is what I call as conventional, the traditional way. Now, in the last 10 years, I've seen many Indian youngsters and many others taking up. Like, I'm actually very interested to know the stories of those guys who are college dropouts. It's not at all an easy thing to do. So, I mean, I really follow Rahul Yadav of Housing.com. Okay. Then I am a keen follower of Bhavish Agarwal of Ola, then founder of Royo Rooms. I follow them because I feel that they are from a good educational institute, but like Rahul Yadav, he dropped out of IIT in his final year. Now, people put in their blood and sweat to get into IIT, and taking this decision is simply crazy. But then he knows how to make it big. So I am actually inspired from such people, and even I believe in that. It's not just about inspiration. I believe in that you have got one life. Everybody is following the traditional way. So why should I follow that? I mean, why not do something which is out of the box? So even this decision of mine to left an MNC job of a branded company, for me it was quite normal.
Okay.
But yeah, for many others who just thought that okay, you just come out of college, 3-4 months of job and you're leaving it. So they felt that it's a crazy decision. But for me, I found that it's a very great thing. I mean, after the day I resigned, after that I was much more energetic. I felt a new energy in myself.
So where do you work currently, Priya?
Currently, there is a startup, AHA Taxis. They provide outstation cab services. Just like Ola and Uber, they work within the city. It's for intercity.
Okay.
So I got a chance to meet the co-founders and founders, and one of my friend is also a co-founder there. So I got to know about them, and they got a seed funding in October. So they are in the process of developing their system. They are working over it. So I at that point of time in November, December, I just visualized that okay, this is the place where if I go, I'll be into the system which is in the process of developing. So I'll be having the liberty of working on my own. I can follow their idea and I can simply put in my ideas to make things better. And that's how it started. So it's based out in Noida. We are currently operating in North India, and I would say that being a startup, we are doing very well actually. We are getting monthly around 7 to 800 or 1000 bookings of cabs for outstation. And for outstation, it's a good number. In local, people travel every day, but they
Seems
don't
that you're
travel.
very busy. How do you get time to write?
I again mentioned that there is a drastic change which I have experienced. When I was working with that Indian IT company, I was in TCS actually. So I used to get a lot of free time, Saturday, Sunday off. After 10 to 5:30, I was used to be free. But I didn't have that positive vibe. I mean, I was thinking of a startup idea also. Was working on my book also. I was attending events also for my previous book. So, but then the day I left the job, my schedule changed. Now, if you work for a startup, you don't get time. So, and for AHA Taxis, it's 24/7 operations. Anytime you can get the bookings, everything. So here I am not getting a positive, lot of time. But then all my work are much more smoothly functioning than what it was around 2-3 months back. Now definitely instead of doing all things on my own, I have kept 2 interns who look after my work. But then I am seeing that the efficiency has increased. So I believe that if you love to do some work, if you are working on something which you love to do, you manage everything.
So are you workaholic?
If that work is something which I love to do, I'll never be tired.
What kind of work do you like to do? To be a writer or to be in a startup?
These are so see, writing for me, writing is not my full-time profession. I am telling you, I never thought of writing. It happened because of an incident. Okay, now I'm having around 15-20,000 readers base as of now, and they have an expectation. So for that, I am thinking to release another book and slowly increase my readers base. But that's not something for which I want to make my living. Now to make my living, unfortunately, I have an engineering degree which I never liked, and I don't know anything what I did in engineering. So, but then this startup ecosystem, this is what has always attracted me. So, and I know that if you work with any potential startup in your initial days, it will give you a hell lot of exposure which you'll not find within any MNC. It will take a lot of time there. So, and I don't see any point in wasting your time. So, for my profession, for to make a living, to make a career, I have chosen a startup. And probably now I will be with this startup only for a long time. And rest, let's see how it goes.
Alright, so what's your future plans in terms of a writer?
Writing will go parallel to
So
my
have you grown humanly, like with confidence that from a 6 months period or 1 year, now it's like 2 years from the time you published your first book. So the confidence has boosted up. And what's the time period for your second book?
I am expecting the second book to release sometime in July 2016. And if you talk about confidence, confidence is the readers who give the confidence. If they are accepting your work despite the flaws, if they are suggesting the changes, if they want you to write on some other topics, then that is the biggest confidence. And otherwise, yeah, definitely, even before the release of any book, one night before you will not be able to sleep properly because you don't know how the response is going to be. So, but yeah, the readers are with me, they have supported me, and most importantly, I would like to name that Prakash Books, who is my exclusive distributor across India, their managers, they have supported me very well in
The second
distributing.
book is also from them.
They are the distributors, publishers remain the same. The one who published my first book, Teenage Publishers, it's the same. But yeah, yes, those booksellers, those distributors, those salesmen, and the readers, these four segments, they are the biggest ones who give me the confidence.
Okay.
Because if they will not stand with you, you can't do anything else.
You're going out in the public, are they recognizing you?
See, those who have read the book, definitely they read the book and then connect through social media or somewhere. And yeah, I have been doing public events like in any bookstore, in schools and colleges. So it's simply based on what the people who have read the book in those places. So they only connect with us and plans for some event in their college or something. So definitely a recognition is getting increased with time, and now when my schedule is a bit more hectic, so I have also got a couple of talks for in Assam and I guess West Bengal college was there. But I desperately wanted to go, but then because of the schedule I had to stop this. So yeah, people they have liked the work, and once they like your work, they love your work, so they will recognize you.
I have been going through the reviews in different platforms, internet, and some people are saying that there are certain flaws in the book, the first book. So have you corrected it in the steps?
Yeah, definitely. There was some flaws in the book in the first two editions, and after that those things have got corrected. But yeah, definitely I'll again say that nobody is perfect. So even now I can openly say that my first book or my upcoming book, I definitely try to will improve as per their suggestions and as per what I have experienced. But yes, then nobody is perfect, so some or the other flaws will always be there. So even when one gets established, his or her work will never complete error-free work or it's a flawless work. It's always close to perfection. So that's what I will also try to achieve.
What's the best comment you got for your work?
Best comment I would really say that I met Vishal Bharadwaj in Kolkata Book Fair last year.
Okay.
So I will mention two comments, one from the reader side, and I have been fortunate enough to meet some of the celebrities as well. So when I met him and I just told him about the book, so he's a very actually humble man, very humble. So he just told me that if I would have been of your age at this point of time, I would have never thought of making a movie or writing a book. But you have started this at an age where people are struggling with their books. I mean, books and academic books, but then you are something out and different, and this what has inspired me personally. So whenever I'll get time, I'll read it. So this was the comment which
Did he get back to you after reading?
actually no. I tried connecting with him, but he always I get the response that I have read half of the book. I have read half of the
Sir,
book.
if you are hearing to this interview, please read it and get back to me. We'll be really happy.
So, but that's not a problem. But yeah, again I mentioned Upasana Singh. Everybody knows her. She was in Comedy Nights with Kapil. She completed the entire book, gave a comment, and I was fortunate enough to meet her in December once again. So she has been very helpful to me as well. She is a nice person I have ever met in TV or film industry.
So I guess we can't bore this audience, so let's go for some rapid fire.
Yeah, sure.
I'll just say a word. You should say what comes to your mind for the first time. Love,
My own story.
friendship,
My own friends.
happiness,
In doing what you love to do.
books,
I don't read much, but then I feel that books can be the real changes in society.
India,
I love India and I want changes in India,
changes,
in the thinking and the existing ideologies of the society based on multiple issues.
Priyank,
Someone who loves to do crazy things and someone who wants to do things which is out of the box, leave all the traditional things, do all those things in which challenges will come.
Food.
My second love.
Alright, Priya. Thank you so much for spending time with us.
And yeah, it was great to meet you, and it was great to answer your small questions. And hopefully, people will respond the same way for my second book and upcoming books, the way it did for my first book. So,
When can we expect the launch?
yeah, I mentioned that it's July
And
2016.
title?
Title I will know, reveal in some days. No, no. But I have a question for you.
Alright.
How did you come to know about my book?
I happen to visit bookstores very regularly, so I found this book in Sapna bookstores.
Okay.
So I'm not a reader. I'm not a fan of Indian books. It happened like the beautiful eyes, the picture on it.
Okay.
It's like go by pictures.
Okay.
So I just grabbed it accidentally, got to read. Then I knew that it's something special. It's not a regular love story. So I really loved it. Thank you so much for coming up. That's such a beautiful story.
Okay, and thank you for visiting Delhi, and I hope you like this place, Tulip Ivory.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for giving us space, Tulip Ivory.
Sure.
Thank you.